Good morning, grade 7. In this video, we are going to start a new lesson in chapter 21. It's lesson 2. It talks about life in the solar system. So, we all ask ourselves these questions. Are we alone in the universe? And what can Earth's living creatures teach us about the possibility of extraterrestrial life? What do living things need to survive? And what is astrobiology? In this chapter, in this lesson, we are going to try to answer all these questions. So astrobiologists are scientists who look for these answers, and astrobiology is the study of the origin, development, and future of life in the universe. The conditions of life are a source of energy, liquid water, and nourishment. So, in order to exist, living things need these three important agents. 1. Source of energy. Our source of energy is the sun. It brings light and warmth. It provides us with energy, which is the thermal energy, or known as well as heat. It's also very important for the photosynthesis of plant. This process in which the plant takes the energy from the sun with the carbon dioxide and releases oxygen and makes the chloroplast. The Earth's atmosphere is very important as well because it maintains Earth's average surface temperatures at around 14 degrees Celsius. It also absorbs the sunlight during day. It keeps the heat from escaping into space during the night. It also absorbs the ultraviolet light and the X-rays from the sun. These are very dangerous rays, and it burns up meteoroids before they can get to the Earth's surface. So the job of the Earth's atmosphere is very important for living things to exist and to survive. Liquid water. Water is a very important agent as well that allows plants and minerals to dissolve nutrients. Without liquid water, life wouldn't exist. You all know that water exists in three forms, which is solid, liquid, or gas, and many other planets have water, but in different forms, not in a liquid form, which means they might have had life, but not right now. It all depends on temperatures and pressures, because these two factors can change the state of the water from liquid to solid or to gas. So liquid water is very important. And finally, nourishment. All living things need nutrients. They can find them in air, water, and land. Most of the molecules that provide the nutrients are made mainly of carbon. They are organic molecules. Astrobiologists are searching for life elsewhere in space, where water exists in its liquid state and carbon exists in a large quantity. So these are the two factors that scientists are interested in finding them in other planets or other moons or satellites. All we really know about life is based upon observations of the life that formed on the planet Earth. From those observations, we conclude that life involves carbon and life requires water, as we said. Now, Mars. NASA announced that flowing water had been observed on Mars. This planet might have had an intensive atmosphere, oceans, and water resources. So we might have had life on Mars. The conditions existing on the other planets make it impossible for life to exist. For example, Mercury and Venus are too hot, so the water cannot exist in its liquid state. It will exist in its gas state, which make it impossible for life to exist. And the outer planets are too cold, which means the water will exist in its solid state, and they don't have a solid surface on which liquid water could form. A natural satellite, some moons of the solar system have surface features that indicate the presence of liquid water not far below. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, could be holding liquid water that has seeped to the surface and frozen solid. Enceladus, one of Saturn's moon, and Triton, one of Neptune's moons, show evidences of geysers. And what are geysers? They are warm springs that ejects liquid water or water vapor in the air, which means they might have liquid water beneath the surface. And that's it. Thank you very much, grade 7.